Hello students, till last lecture we have completed two properties of data link layer which are framing techniques and the error control. Today we are going to start with the flow control. So let's start with the flow control. Flow control in data link layer we have studied today's lecture. Flow control is a technique that allows two stations working at a different speed to communicate with each other. Simply, flow control means just maintain a synchronization between the sender and receiver. To maintain a proper synchronization, and why we require this synchronization, it is a set of measures to take or regulate the amount of data that sender can send to the receiver side. It is very much important that sender and receiver capacity of accepting and sending data should be same. If a difference is happen, so what the speed of sending a data is more and accepting a data speed is slow, then the collision of data is happen in the receiver side. So in data link layer, the flow control restricts the number of frames and sender can send before it wait for an acknowledgement from the receiver. Flow control, how it helps in this process, we just restrict the frame sending from the sender side. So what are the approaches of flow control? There are actually two classifications broadly maintained in the flow control. First is feedback based flow control and second is rate based flow control. What do you mean by feedback based flow control? In this protocol, actually these are two protocols help us to maintain a flow control between the sender and receiver side. In this flow control, sender can send a frames after it takes the acknowledgement from the receiver side. It is very much important to take acknowledgement from the receiver side that yes, I am ready to take a data. This type of protocol is maintained or used in the data link layer. And second is rate based flow control. In this protocol, the built-in mechanism is used for you restrict the rate of transmission of data without requiring any acknowledgement. In this rate-based flow control, they could not require any acknowledgement to have or to send data. And second thing, it just restrict the rate of transmission of data. Because of restriction, the fixed number of message or data should be sent from sender to receiver side. It is very much important. But this protocol is mainly used in the network layer and transport layer. Okay, so now you understand that two approaches that we used in the flow control. First is feedback based flow control and second is rate based. Feedback based control and rate based control. So let's have discuss on the main two techniques that I've used to maintain the feedback based flow control mechanism. So in the feedback based flow control mechanism, we use two techniques. First is stop and wait and second is sliding window protocol. In the last lecture for error control, also we use those two techniques for detecting the errors from the sender or receiver data. So let's have discuss about stop and wait. In the sender sends frame and wait for the acknowledgement. As I've told you that in the data link layer we just use a feedback based flow control. What do you mean by actually feedback based flow control? In the feedback based flow control, we require acknowledgement from the receiver side. If we require acknowledgement, then what the mechanism actually follow? that sender should send the data frames from the sender to receiver side. After sending, you just wait to get the acknowledgement from the receiver side. Once the receiver receives the frames, it sends the acknowledgement frame back to the sender side. After getting the acknowledgement from the receiver side, what sender understand that receiver is ready to accept the next frame. So it sends the next frame in the queue. So it is just a stop and wait. Sender waits for the acknowledgement getting from the receiver side, and receiver should get the frame, and he just gives the acknowledgement to the sender that yes, I am ready to accept the next frame. Okay, so I hope you understand that stop and wait protocol. Second thing that we used is sliding window protocol. In this sliding window protocol, we just improves the efficiency of stop and wait protocol by allowing the multiple frames to be transmitted from the receiving and acknowledgement. We just use a sliding window for sending a multiple frames at a time. But acknowledgement is required for getting the assurance that frames are sended properly to the receiver side. What actually process is done in the sliding window is both sender and receiver has the finite sized buffer, and that finite sized buffer we call it as a sliding window. The sender and the receiver agrees upon the number of frames to be sent before upon the buffer size. In this protocol, the sender and receiver should agree in this protocol with the buffer size. They just agrees that this much buffer size frames we are supposed to send at a time. In this mechanism, the sender sends the multiple frames in the sequence without waiting for the acknowledgement. When its sending windows is filled, it waits for the acknowledgement. What receiver does on getting the all frames from the sender side, just receiving the acknowledgement, it advances the window and transmit the next frame according to number of acknowledgement received. Let me simplify this. I hope you don't understand. In the sliding window protocol, sender has his own buffer size frame to send, and receiver has his own buffer size window to be received. After sending number of frames, each receiver just collect all the frames, and he just give the acknowledgement that all frames should get by me or received by me, and that acknowledgement understood by the sender that all frames are transmitted to the receiver. So this is nothing but the sliding window protocol. So let's conclude today's lecture. What we learned in the today's lecture is, we learned today a flow control in the data link layer. What is a flow control? It is a technique to allow two stations to work at a different speed to communicate with each other. In this, we use a acknowledgement based technique, where we use two categories of flow control. First is feedback based and second is rate based. In the feedback based, we use stop and wait protocol and sliding window protocol in the data link layer. Why we use? Because we received acknowledgement from the receiver side. And second, which is nothing but the rate based flow control. In this protocol, the restriction of transmission rate is used, and it is basically use this protocol in the network layer and transport layer. So in the data link layer, we mainly use two protocols, which are stop and wait and sliding window. In the stop and wait, sender just send the frame and wait for the acknowledgement given by the receiver side. If receiver receives the frame, after receiving frame, he just sends the acknowledgement that I am accept to receive another frame from the sender side. Okay, so this is stop and wait. Second thing is sliding window. Sliding window protocol is nothing but the improvisation of a improvised efficiency of stop and wait protocol. In this, we allow multiple frames to be sent from sender to receiver side. For that, they use a sliding window, which is nothing but the fixed sized buffer. In that, sender just sends the number of frames. After that, receiver receives those frames and he gives the acknowledgement that all frames, but acknowledgement should be given for each and every frame, that this number of frame I should get. This is very important, and this is nothing but the sliding window protocol. So I hope today's lecture is very interesting and you understand. So if you have any queries, then free to ask me. Thank you.